ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ GN ਸੰਗਤ welcome to Sikh channel ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ program ਹੈਗਾ is slightly different to the normal ones that we have in the studio because ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਬਾਹਰ ਗਏ and we've come to GNG boxing club which is the Guru Nanak Gurdwara boxing club that is based just on the side of Jithe Gravesend Gurdwara Hega. So we've come here today because we've been invited actually by the boxing club themselves as on their classes Jere Hegea on Mondays and Wednesdays between 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. They have a variety of things going on within the club and that's happening today. Asi andar jaake gallan baataan karniya with the volunteers that are here to find out what exactly the plan is, the schedule, and to find out what's actually happening within the activities. So please join us as we bring you something very different. Stay tuned to find out a bit more about the GNG boxing club. Vaiguru ji ka khalsa, Vaiguru ji ki fateh. So Sangat ji hun asi andar inside the GNG boxing club if you have just joined us, which once again is on the side of Gravesend Gurdwara. We're inside there now to find out what exactly is going on. Amatorja briefly I will give you a bit of a insight onto what is happening here. Everyone comes together around about 6 baje and they start warming up. And ithe tusi dekh sakte Will Baji in the white top. He's actually the trainer here who's actually organised this whole boxing club to come together. Asi edna gal karniya and with another Baji that's here today to find out more about the plan and what kind of other activities are taking place. Because as we've just come inside as well, asi vakre rooms here with different activities, different sports that are taking place. So there's lots going on, and we'll be bringing you the interviews with the two Bajis to let you know what the plans are for today. So Sangaji, I'm here with Will, as I was saying to you. He actually set this all up. So let's find out from him a little bit about the background, how the idea came about, and exactly what's going to be happening today, and obviously some of the future plans as well. Will, so thank you for inviting us here today.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome then.
Tell us a little bit about, obviously, how this all came about, because you're the person that's actually created this and brought it together.
I set this up basically about 5 years ago. I started it up as a keep fit. I just basically hired the hall, done a keep fit. Because of my boxing background, I've done a bit of coaching elsewhere. I wanted to set up a proper official boxing association through this. So I went through the England ABAs and they were very helpful and they helped me set this up all by myself, really. I just set it up. I've got a couple of boxers who box for me through the ABAs, but most of the people here, as you see, are just keep fitters, which is what we want, really, just get people here keeping fit.
I was going to ask you, obviously, it's a really lovely location. The Gurdwara, obviously, is just on the side of this. It's on the side of the Gurdwara. What made you choose this location?
I think that's just choosing. I just hired it, and it's good to do it. No, because of the GNG as well. I always wanted to. When they said to me, "Oh, would you run it as a GNG boxing club?" and I thought, yeah, that just gave me a little goal to do it. Yeah, so it's something I always wanted to do, but no, but that just helps with the GNG and the Gurdwara, yeah.
And I'd like to know, tell us a little bit, and obviously for our viewers, because obviously Sikh channel, the main base is in Birmingham, right. So we've come from London today, and this is the first time that we've come here, thanks to you for inviting us. Right. But tell us the schedule, like what's happening now behind us, what's going to...
Well, what we normally do, we start at 6 in the evening, and we have a little warm-up, as you've just seen, the warm-up. After the warm-up, I've got a clock there which is set for 2 minutes with a 20-second interval. For 2 minutes, they can go on any piece of apparatus, punch bags, you've got your skipping, bench jumps, and obviously you've got your weights and stuff here. And after that, you've got 20 seconds to swap to get to another apparatus. But do it in their own time. There's no trying to keep up with another person, just set your own. And what I do the boxing pad, you'll see in a minute, I do a lot of pad work with a few of them. Keep fitters and the boxers.
You know what I really like, and this is what I noticed, and I want to say this to our viewers actually, one of the biggest philosophies or message as a Sikh that Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave us is that we're all one and there is no caste, creed or anything. Yeah. And I see here today that everyone's come together to keep fit. Tell me, how did they get chosen? How do they come here? How do they find out about it?
So far it's been word of mouth. It's been word of mouth. I mean, today, I'll be honest, today being half term is very quiet. But this is normally really full up, and you'll see, like say, we're all equal, we're all one. It's a mixture of loads of different backgrounds, and they're all welcome. And everyone in there is all friendly, so you don't get no one in there trying to outdo no one. So, I mean, that is very quiet today. I know it looks full, but it is quiet. Yeah, it's very quiet today. But I mean, you'll see as we go on, there get loads more coming through. But yeah, we're very quiet today. But
Are you going to get myself and Hajith Uncle, the cameraman, into these activities and get us involved as well to make it a bit more noisier?
yeah. No, let's go for it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
But tell me, Will, just tell me a little bit about, I guess, your passion. Because, I mean, you've told me the history of why you set it up and everything, but you as a person, you must have had that passion, that drive to want to do this, because everybody chooses where they want to be in their career, in their life. Tell us a bit about yourself and why it was this.
I mean, my passion, I got into boxing quite late. I mean, I got into boxing, I should have got boxing when I was a lot younger, but I didn't. I got into boxing very late, so my career wasn't that much. But coaching-wise, I've been coaching now for 15 odd years, maybe more. And I've been coaching at different clubs, doing well. I mean, when I set this up, I thought, that's it. My goal is to produce a champion out of it. And we came close. Only last week, one of my boys got the national semi-finals and just come short then. But that was an achievement for us, because we've only been affiliated for 2 years, and to have a semi-finalist in the nationals is a big thing. So I'm pleased with that. Next year I'll have a couple of champions. Yeah.
I'm sure you will. We'll be back, obviously, to see an update on that for our viewers. But tell me a little bit about the people that come here. What's their feedback? How do they feel when they come here? And I guess for them, what do they go on to in the future?
No, they. I mean, the feedback is. I mean, this here is the keep fitters, and the keep fitters. The feedback is always. They always, like I say, it's word of mouth, and they spread the word. They do spread the word. Like I said, there's times when it is so full in there, you don't know. But it's not been the only advertisement I've done really is that Facebook page. Boxers wise, I get loads of boxers that come in, and they always have to have affiliation cards before they go in that boxing ring. And yeah, that's it. So,
your classes, obviously we're here on a Wednesday running from 6 to 8, but you also do Mondays, I understand.
Mondays at 6 to 8, and then we do an hour on a Saturday, 6 to 7. Yeah.
Tell me once again what's going to happen now, because then what we will do is that we'll actually do some recording here as well, but also going around within.
What's going to happen now is they're all going to different apparatus one at a time. They're going to different places, and I'm going to call them out to do some pad work, do some boxing work. Yeah, so you're going to see a mixture of keep fitters, just normal pad work, keep fit pads, and you can also see some of my boxers doing boxing pads. So I'll let you know my boxers, so then at least you can know the difference between a boxing pad work and a keep fit pad work.
I think I'm going to be fully qualified as a boxer by the end of this show.
Of course you are, yeah. No, yeah.
But thank you so much. So we'll be doing some recording and obviously speak to a few of the other people. Thank you. So Sangaji, as you can see, Will's going to be now showing us the next step of what he's going to be doing. As you've had interviews with Garunge with some of the people here, just to speak to them about their experience and also how they got involved. Will, so I know you're going to laugh at me. I have no idea about boxing. You're going to have to tell me, what are you doing now?
Okay, what I'm going to do now is this is basically the main thing about boxers they do is pad work. Okay, so this is just me padding one of my boys up now. So he just come off a national semi-final. So he got a bronze medal last weekend. So we're just gonna have a little pad up. The one thing that all the boxers do in all the gyms is they pad with their trainers, and that's the a good sort of like combat. It's better than doing bad work.
Yeah, okay.
So you can see one of my boys now. So. Yeah, no problem.
You ready? Okay, so Sangaji, we're going to be watching Will doing pad work with one of his boys, as he said, the people that come to the classes. We're going to have a look to see what happens, and they've actually just started. So Hajith Uncle will pan the camera around to have a look at this happening in action. So here, Sangaji, you can see the pad work, as Will was just saying, and you can see that they're in action practicing as if they're really boxing. If you look at these two together, you'd look at Will as being another boxer who, I think it's Ronald or Roland, they said. He's going to be practicing his boxing techniques with Will. And this is what they do on the 2 sessions that they have, Monday and Wednesday, and they also have the Saturday session as well, is training them on how to become, a fighting fit boxer. So here you can see now the young boy who's doing punch bag boxing. Again, they're practicing here. Our Jeddah GNG Boxing Club Hega. These students, I would say, they come here on a weekly basis to come and train, and that's exactly what's happening here. Variety of activities that are taking place. within this short space that they have in this hall, but they also have other areas where different activities are going on. But ithe jara hega, they're all practicing different activities. Every 2 minutes they change over to the next activity. This is now going to be the next changeover. So I'm here now with Surinder Singh. We're going to be interviewing him and finding out a little bit about his role and obviously what he's doing here within the boxing club. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Surinder Ji, I didn't know that you were going to start sweating just because of the camera. I didn't know you were that nervous.
It's the pressure of the interview, I'm afraid, yeah. The lights and the heat, it's got to me. I'm getting a little bit worried. My hand's shaking as well.
Tell me a little bit about, your role and this, how long you've been involved,
Sure.
and a bit of the history as well.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, first of all, I'd just like to welcome all the Sikh viewers to Guru Nanak Gravesend Gurdwara Boxing Club, and thank you for the opportunity for us to promote our small but very ambitious club. So, this club, ਇਹਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ 2012 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਈ ਸੀਗੀ। ਮੇਰਾ ਵੀਰ ਵਿਲ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਬਾਕਸਰ ਸੀਗਾ। 21 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਲਈ ਉਹਨੇ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਔਰ 2012 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨੇ ਆ ਕਲੱਬ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਐਂਡ 2015 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲਾਇਸੈਂਸ ਮਿਲੀ ਸੀਗੀ whereby we can actually coach and take amateur boxers into the ring. I help Will on the subcommittee, for the want of a better word. There are 3 licensed coaches here and we help the kids come. We train 3 times a week. Training ਸਾਡੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਸੋਮਵਾਰ, ਬੁੱਧਵਾਰ ਔਰ ਸ਼ਨੀਚਰਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ age group ranges from ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਛੋਟਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਉਹਨੂੰ 5 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਆ, little one over there, Hunter, and it goes up to 60. Classes are mixed as well, females and males, and the aim is to promote fitness.
And Baji, tell me a little bit about, I know you mentioned this earlier on, about the funding and how this is funded, but tell us a bit about that as well.
Sure, okay. So Guru Nanak Gravesend Boxing Club is a not-for-profit organisation. We had very humble beginnings. We started off with a couple of punch bags, some mitts, and from then the club has grown as more and more members have started to see the benefit of boxing as a form of fitness. And we get funded by local grants, donations, sponsorship. But once you've got the club up and running, then it doesn't take a lot to maintain it. Yeah.
And you mentioned something as well about a national lottery, or I think it's the grants that they give. Is that
Yeah.
or they really project stuff?
So the patron of our club is Guru Nanak Gravesend Gurdwara, and part of the remit for the Gurdwara is to promote sports as well as Sikhi to the local community. We're part of the GNG Sports Club. Within the sports club you've got various different types of clubs involved, including GNG Football Club, that's been going for over 51 years now, GNG Basketball Club, GNG Netball, hockey, you've got the boxing club, karate club, you've also got the, we're trying to start a cricket club as well. So wherever we see there's a niche or a market to promote sports, we do so. This building that we're in at the moment, this is part of the sports club. All the facilities and all the upkeep of the club is maintained by the sports club. And this isn't a purpose-built building. It was formerly army barracks, and as you can see around you, it's not exactly fit for purpose. We are in the process of trying to obtain full planning permission and national lottery funding, whereby the idea is to knock this building down and have a purpose-built sports centre for the local community.
And in terms of our Jeddah classes, Hege, so today, I know Will was saying it's a bit quiet, normally a lot more people come, but let's just say, what would be the busiest and how many people normally would come, or, does it change on a week-to-week basis?
Yeah, I mean, part of the remit for the boxing club is to make sure you've got an accurate number, record of all the members. So at this time we've got over 60 members, but because the classes are very flexible, you can drop in, drop out. We do a 2-hour class on a Monday, 2 hours on a Wednesday, and we do an hour on a Saturday. So you can have anything from 15 members to as much as 35, 40 members. But with more members, then unfortunately at the moment we are trying to look for more and more coaches, professional coaches, who can help Will with the pad work, and some of the kids that want to progress in this as maybe professional or start off as amateur. So that's where the real delay is trying to actually get experienced coaches on board.
So obviously, we're on the Seek channel now, so massive platform. This is the platform where obviously, you can put that appeal out to say that Sunlaw, we need people to get involved. Pick up people in the local area because everyone watches Seek channel. Yeah. What would you like to say to them in terms of how they can get in touch? Because somebody watching now may have those qualifications. Yeah. Somebody may have children that may want to come to this. Could you give them the details of where they need to go?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can find us on our GNG Gravesend Boxing Club Facebook. You can message us through there. You can contact the Sikh Temple, and we'll provide the Sikh channel with our details as well. But I think primarily what I'd like to promote is actually the fitness side of it, especially amongst our community, the Sikh community, and more importantly to young kids, especially young girls, that this is not just a male-orientated sport. Although it's a form of self-defense, primarily it's about teaching you about discipline, about fitness, and it's a great way to meet people from your community and interact with them. So that would be my first request, that you go out and explore what's available in your local community. I'm sure there's many boxing clubs like this in Southall, in Hounslow, in Birmingham, and go and visit those clubs. For us, any type of input that you can give in terms of coaching, assistance will be greatly appreciated, and it's not always a money issue. Like I say, we're quite fortunate that in our local community we've got a lot of kind benefactors. But yeah, just to go out, try it, enjoy it, and hopefully it will grow and grow and grow, and maybe one day we can see more boxers from the Sikh community making it big in the actual game.
I was going to ask actually, what are the future plans in terms of going forward? Are you going to be going into say that not even the wider community, because you have people here from different backgrounds, but into sports out of what will happen in the future?
Yeah, I think traditionally as Asian parents, they have always are geared towards education, and I would vouch for that. Education is of primary importance, but we have to think outside the box. We have to realise that we have to promote the children whatever they are interested in. If a kid is not academically suited for education or A-levels or degree, then find something that he is. And if sports is an avenue that he can or she can excel in, then it's our duty as a community, as parents, to help that child go as far as they can in the sports. Now, typically, young boys always tend to be involved in football. Gravesend's got a great history of some great football players. And this is just another avenue. This is just another avenue a child can explore. This class is testament for showing you the different age groups and, more importantly, the different ethnic minorities that can come across. And that's another positive part. We've got children that are from Afro-Caribbeans, from Sikh, from Muslim faith, from Christian faiths, and here, there's one religion of boxing.
And this is the thing I was saying to Will earlier on, that is amazing. You've got the Gurdwara just there, just on the outside, and this is on the side of it. How amazing that, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's philosophy was that we are all one. We're children of one God. And here you see that. And everybody's just getting on with it. They're not looking at, your colour, your caste, your creed, but everyone's come together to train together and keep fit. And we need to encourage it.
Absolutely. I mean, around this time of year, you hear in various Sikh temples about the change of committees, about the internal fighting, about the politics, and those are the things that are detracting the youth away from Sikhi. Those are the things that are actually detracting kids away from visiting the Sikh temple. I think religion and sports go hand in hand. Dasmit Basha was a great advocate of sports, of fitness, and I think we continue that ethos in clubs like this. And if you pull the children towards sports, we're so, as you said, Banji, the Sikh temple is is on the grounds, and we actively promote the children to come here and then go and visit the Sikh temple and learn a bit more about their own faith. Hopefully they can go and then expand to their friends and invite other communities to come along and see for themselves.
Baji, what's going to happen now? Are you going to be going on to another sporting activity? Tell us what's going to happen next.
I don't know. So in this class, the way we work at the classes, it's every 2 minutes you probably hear a bell goes off, and you go on a different workstation. So here we try to focus on cardio, so a lot of skipping, a lot of footwork, and then punch bags, pad works with Will. We've also got a little gym area as well, which I'll be more than happy to show you around a bit later on. But yeah, every 2 minutes the idea is to change your workstation, and you're left pretty much to your own devices. So it doesn't matter what standard you are, what your capability is, you go at your own pace, and that's what I think makes it fun. There is no ego in this place. Some are really fantastic at boxing, others like me are not so fantastic, but we try, and it's a fun atmosphere, and it's a great way of actually, many times you come to a place like this, you'll see parents with their kids, and it's great to see where you see that maybe, you know, father-daughter, father-son, mother-daughter, mother-son time, and it is really fantastic to see them training all together.
So Sangaji, as you can see, Baji has just given us a bit more of a background, more of an insight onto how the club came about, and obviously another future goals ki hai gaya, and they're funded themselves, literally self-funded organisation. So we'll be talking to a few of the other people that have attended this class to find out a bit about them, and we'll bring you some more interviews shortly. So Baji, we've come out of obviously the training area, as I would say it, because I got scared. But tell us, where are you going to be taking us now?
Okay, so I'd like to just show you some of the facilities that we're lucky to have in this sports centre. One of the facilities that we've recently refurbished is a gym area just through here. Yeah. We've been lucky to get some great donations from a local college who have given us all the equipment you see here. So this is for cardio, bit of bench work, weights, and it's trying to encourage children and adults alike to come and get into fitness. The club itself is open 7 days a week, and we charge a minimal donation of £10 a month. Oh, wow. And you can use the facilities here. And
it's open. What were the hours again for it to be used?
So the club is open generally from about 10 o'clock in the morning until there's probably classes on around 8, 9 in the evening. So along with the classes in the main hall, you'll have this area open as well. Sometimes people come just to use this. Other times it's in association with another activity that's happening indoors.
Obviously, it's only for the members that sign up that can use this.
Yes, so I mean the £10 monthly subscription is for anyone. Okay. So you don't necessarily have to be a member of the boxing or the football club, and we don't discriminate against who can come and use it. It's open to the whole community, just equal to the ethos of a Sikh Gurdwara. The doors are open to everyone and anyone of all ages, and we welcome people to come and try out the facilities here. And
what was the ratio between, say, the adults and the young people? Mm-hmm. How many would you say? Do you get like adults coming in, and what's the ratio?
Sure. So for this particular area here, you have to be over 16 to use it, and we would prefer, if you're a first-time user, to come with an adult. We haven't actually got the means to get a full-time member of staff on board. Right. So generally what you'd find here is people who have experience with working with weights, they'll come and use it, particularly things the members from GNG Wrestling Club, GNG Kabaddi Club. They're big advocates of the gym here. And you're able to train in a relaxed atmosphere where you're usually going to get some good advice from people.
So we've seen the training area, we've seen the gym. Okay. Where are you going to take us to next? Okay,
I'll be more than happy to take you around to the area at the back. It's part of the sports club. We call it our art studio, and within that area There is, as well as mixed martial arts that happen there, there's also different cultural activities, dancing. It's got a sprung floor, so ideal for dancing. And during the weekdays, we also hold yoga classes there. So yeah, so yoga classes there.
So Sangaji, stay tuned. We're going to be showing you the art studio. So please do not go anywhere. Kithe nahi jana. Stay with us, and we'll be showing you that and what's happening in there fairly soon. So Sangaji, I'm here with Baji, who was just about to actually do his gym workout in the gym, and Min, as I always do, distract everybody. I've just distracted Baji here. Baji, mama, please maaf kariyo that मैं disturb ਕੀਤਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Baji, ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ, obviously ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਚਿਰ ਤੱਕ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, and a little bit more about the club and the activities and things.
ਮੈਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮੋਸਟ ਪਿਛਲੇ 12-13 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ ਈਵਨਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ। ਅਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਹ ਜਿਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਸੀ, ਆਹ ਸੀਗਾ ਰੈਸਲਿੰਗ ਰੂਮ ਸੀ, ਅਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਜਿਮ ਉੱਧਰ ਸੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਇਹਨੇ ਕੋਟ, ਅਤੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਮਾੜਾ ਮੋਟਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਕਰ ਜਾਈਦਾ। ਅਤੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ, ਨਾਲੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਮਿਲ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ, ਨਾਲੇ ਫਿਰ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕਮਿਊਨੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਇਸ ਬੇਸਿਕ 'ਤੇ।
Baji, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਕੁਝ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ about communication, ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸੋ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਕਮਿਊਨੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਡਾ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਆ, ਛੋਟਾ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਨਹੀਂ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੋਂ ਆਇਆ, ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਸੈਟਲ ਹੋਇਆ, ਨਿਆਣੇ ਆ ਮੇਰੇ 2, ਗੁੱਡੀ ਆ ਮੇਰੀ, ਮੁੰਡਾ। ਮੈਂ ਉੱਦਾਂ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਪੇਰੈਂਟ ਆ, ਅਤੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਸਟਡੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਆ, ਅਤੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੁੱਡੀ ਹੁਣ ਸਲਿਸਟਰ ਬਣੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਆਪ ਸਾਰਾ ਕਰਾਇਆ। ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਐਕਸਰਸਾਈਜ਼ ਲਿਜਾਨਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨੂੰ, ਅਤੇ ਐਰਨ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਆ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਨਾਲ ਹਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਵੀ, ਹੁਣ 21 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਅਤੇ ਹਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਦੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਆਪ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ। ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਉਹ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਹਾਕੀ ਖੇਡਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਹਾਕੀ ਵੈੱਬਸਾਈਟ 'ਤੇ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਸੋ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਲੀਗ ਖੇਡਦਾ ਹੋਲਕਮ ਹਾਕੀ ਕਲੱਬ, ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੰਗ ਏਜ 'ਚ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਲੈਵਲ 'ਤੇ ਖੇਲੀ ਉਹ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ, ਫਿਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਖੇਲੀ। ਉਹਦਾ ਇਹ ਸੀ ਬੇਸਿਕ, ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਕੂਲੇ ਛੱਡਣਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਕੂਲੋਂ ਚੱਕ ਕੇ ਲਿਆਉਣ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ, ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਪੁੱਤ ਤੂੰ ਖਾਧਾ ਕੀ, ਸਕੂਲੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਕੀ, ਪੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਕੀ, ਫਿਰ ਘਰ ਆ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਸੇਮ ਚੀਜ਼ ਓਵਰ ਐਂਡ ਓਵਰ ਐਵਰੀ ਡੇ। ਸੋ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੁੱਡੀ ਹੁਣ ਰਹੀ ਆ 3 ਸਾਲ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਲੈਸਟਰ, ਯਾਨੀ ਅਸੀਂ 3 ਵਾਰੀ ਦਿਹਾੜੀ 'ਚ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ। ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਫੋਨ ਕੀਤਾ, ਉਹਨੇ ਕਰਨਾ, ਡੈਡ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਆ ਗਈ ਹਾਂ ਘਰ, ਮੈਂ ਖਾ ਲਿਆ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਆ ਕਰਕੇ। ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰੇ ਕਈ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਫਰੈਂਡ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਜਾਂ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਚਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹ 3-3 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਗੱਲ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ। ਕਦੇ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਡੈਡੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਆ, ਫੇਰ ਸਹੀ, ਕਦੇ ਪੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਟਾਈਮ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਕਮਿਊਨੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ 'ਚ, ਇਕੱਲਾ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਪੋਰਟਸ 'ਚ ਲਾ ਲਓ। ਟੀਮ ਉਹ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਸਕਸੈਸਫੁਲ ਹੋਊਗੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਦੱਸੂਗੀ, ਕਰੂਗੀ, ਬੋਲੂਗੀ। ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਰਾ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ 'ਚ ਲਾ ਲਓ। ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਇਹ ਵੱਡੇ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਆ, ਲੜਾਈਆਂ ਦਾ, ਝਗੜਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਇਹੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਆ ਮੇਨ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨੂੰ, ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਟ ਬਹੁਤ ਘੱਟ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ 'ਚ, ਉਹਦੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ। ਮੈਂ ਕੋਈ ਪੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ, ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਅਨਪੜ੍ਹ ਹੀ ਹਾਂ, ਅਤੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ। ਅਤੇ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੋਰਮਲ ਆ ਇੱਕ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਲਾਈਫ ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦੇ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਆ, ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੀ, ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਗੌਰਮੈਂਟਾਂ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ। ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਹੀ ਆ ਬੇਸਿਕ। ਹਾਂਜੀ।
I was going to say on that note actually, Baji, from that your perspective as well, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ about communication, what would you like to say? Because obviously, you know, we're here today, you know, and you see how, you know, I wouldn't really say communication, yes, but everyone's come together here. And, you know, ithe tusi dekh sakte that you can see they're in a safe environment. You know, they're exercising. You know, like there's a healthy mind, healthy body. You can see that everyone's come together. What is the problem with communication, and what more should be done to encourage?
I would agree with Baji here, na, ke parents to shuruaat hundi hai. If the parents make the effort with their children, ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਲਾਈਫ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਵਾਲੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਆ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਆ। You know, you have your day-to-day bills, your mortgages, the headaches. ਅਤੇ you know, the parents work long hours. ਜਦੋਂ ਘਰ ਤੋਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, they look after their kids, and it's quite easy to say to the kid, ਚੱਲ ਆਪਣੇ play station 'ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਖੇਡ ਲਾ, or you go to your room, and it's more important than earning the money is to spend that quality time with your child. ਜੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ example ਬਣ ਸਕਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਹੁਣ ਜਦੋਂ ਭਾਜੀ ਆ ਸਾਡਾ, he played hockey at a very good level. He's underestimating his actual skills. He was a fantastic player. But ਇਹਦੇ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਖਿੱਚ ਹੁਣ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਪੈ ਗਈ ਆ ਇਸ ਕਸਰਤ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ and in sports. Exactly the same with myself. You know, I've always been involved in some form of fitness. For myself, it was I was a Bhangra dancer from a very young age, and I pull my children into sports and arts, and I think it starts from the parents. ਹੁਣ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਦੋਂ ਹੀ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ when the kids are 18, 19, they don't need them anymore. And Paji said, I've got to universities, and when you look back at your life, you think, actually, I would have been better off spending that extra time with my son, my daughter. And these are great environments. You know, this you see parents here training alongside their children, and I think that's where it starts from. It's the simple things. When you speak to a child 4, 5, 6 years old, they don't want toys. They just want your time. And unfortunately, nowadays, time is the most precious thing we have. And that's something that you can't put a price on. It's something that you can never get back. And I'm sure there's many viewers out there who have lost their parents, and you know they may regret not having spent enough time with them. But the human nature is so fickle that we don't change our ways. We still continue to do the same things that was taught to us, and we do it to the children. And that chain has to stop. That has to break. Then you can start, promote. And something like this, as we come again full circle, this is a great fun way to get kids into exercise.
ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਆ। ਦੇਖੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਫਰਾਈਡੇ ਈਵਨਿੰਗ ਮੈਂ ਆਉਣਾ, ਨਿਆਣੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ from 8 to 15, ਉਹ ਢੋਲ ਸਿੱਖਦੇ ਆ, ਕੋਈ ਭੰਗੜਾ ਸਿੱਖਦਾ। ਫਿਰ ਹੁਣ ਗੁੱਡ ਥਿੰਗ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਈ ਆ, ਜਦੋਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ 21 ਦਾ, ਹੁਣ 7 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹ 14 ਸੀ, ਇੱਕ ਥਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ 2 ਗੋਰੇ ਔਖੇ ਹੋ ਪਏ, ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗਿਆ, ਠੀਕ ਆ, ਪਰ ਉਹ ਗੋਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਕਲੱਬ ਲਈ ਖੇਡਦਾ ਸੀ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇਹ ਪਾਗਲ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਦੇਖਿਆ। ਉਹਨੇ ਗੋਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਬੰਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਤੁਰਿਆ ਫਿਰਦਾ। ਸਾਡੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਤਾਂ ਖੇਲਣ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹ ਗੇਟ 'ਤੇ ਛੱਡ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਠੀਕ ਆ। ਇੱਕ ਕੋਚ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਉਹਨੇ 16-17 ਨਿਆਣੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ। ਸੋ ਗੋਰਿਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਲੱਬਾਂ 'ਚ ਜਾਓ, ਉੱਥੇ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਆ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼, ਉਹ ਔਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਛ। ਉਹ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਿਆਣਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੈਦਾ ਕੀਤਾ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਆ, ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਕਰਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਨਾ ਕੁਛ। ਅਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਠੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਸਾਨ ਆ ਇਹ। ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਆ, ਉਹ ਪੜ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਲਿਖੀਆਂ ਟੌਪ 'ਤੇ ਆ, ਇੱਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੁਛ, ਦੇਖੋ ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ। ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਆਹ ਕਲੱਬ ਲਈ ਇੰਪਰੂਵ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਆ, ਬਹੁਤ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ। ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਪੁਰਾਣਾ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਆ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੰਦਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਅੜੇ ਹਾਂ, ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਬੌਸ ਆ, ਮੇਰੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਹੈ, ਠੀਕ ਆ। ਇੱਥੇ ਜੋ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਕਰ ਲਓ। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਹਾਈ ਲੈਵਲ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ, ਉਹਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਡਾ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਆ। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਸਲਿਸਟਰ ਟੌਪ ਆ, ਬਰੈਸਟਰ ਟੌਪ ਆ, ਡਾਕਟਰਸ, ਕੈਮਿਸਟ, ਪਰ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲੈਵਲ 3 ਆ, ਉਹ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਲੈਵਲ ਆ। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਇੱਕ ਲੈਵਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਖੁਸ਼। ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਖੇਲਦਾ, ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਐਰਨ ਕੋਚਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਕਰ ਲਾ। ਕੋਈ ਕਦੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਜੋਬ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਨਾ, ਉਹਨੇ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਇਹ ਬੰਦਾ ਹਾਈ ਲੈਵਲ ਖੇਲਿਆ ਆ, ਓਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਇੰਪਲੋਏ ਕਰਦੇ। ਪਰ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ।
So, Paji, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ Sikh channel ਤੇ ਆ, where we get millions of viewers, and you're a professional hockey player whose autograph, Sangatji, I'll get Paji's autograph so that I can say that we had it. But ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੋਗੇ ਸਾਡੇ viewers ਨੂੰ as a parent, because they're cool, you've been through those steps, and ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ encourage ਕਰਦੇ। What would you like to say? Because ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ viewers are, they're worldwide, ਹੈ ਨਾ, so there could be somebody local here and they want to get involved, but ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਜਿਹੀ encouragement maybe ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ, and you've done it as a parent, so please sort of message there.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ, ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੇ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਈਏ ਵੀ ਇਕੱਲੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਸੁੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ, ਇਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਜੰਮੇ ਪਲੇ ਆ, ਸਾਡਾ ਤਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸ ਆ ਕਰਕੇ। ਡਾਇਟ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸ, ਟਾਈਮਿੰਗ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਤੋ ਇਹ ਵੱਡਾ ਆ। ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਵੀ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਆ ਇੱਕ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਲਈ, ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹੀ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਈਮੇਲਾਂ ਭੇਜ ਲਓ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਆ। ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਕੋਈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸਿੱਖ ਲਈ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗਾਹਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਲਈ, ਜਿੰਨਾ ਚਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸਪਰੈਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਹਾਰਡ ਆ। ਜੇ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਮੈਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਆ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਦਾ ਜੰਮ ਪਲ, ਠੀਕ ਆ, ਅਨਪੜ੍ਹ ਬੰਦਾ, ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਵਾਲਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਸਕਦਾ ਇਸ ਮੁਲਕ 'ਚ ਆ ਕੇ, ਤੇ ਡੈਫੀਨਿਟਲੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਜੰਮੇ ਪਲੇ ਆ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਟਰੋਂਗਲੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਇਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਆ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਬਾਬੇ ਦਾਦੀਆਂ ਆ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਮੂਹਰੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਜੇ ਅੱਜ ਮੇਰੇ ਪੁੱਤ ਕੋਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਲਿਜਾਵਾਂ। ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਖੜਦੇ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਗਰੰਟੀ ਕਰਦਾ 110% ਕਹਿੰਦਾ, ਜਦ ਮੈਂ ਪਿੱਚ 'ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਤੱਕ ਕੋਈ ਮੈਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੱਡਿਆ। ਮੈਂ ਫੋਰਮੈਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਫ਼ ਕਹਿਤਾ ਸੀ ਜਿੱਦਣ ਮੈਂ ਜੋਬ ਲਈ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਪੇਰੈਂਟ ਆ, ਮੈਂ 5 ਦਿਨ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ, ਜੇ ਜੋਬ ਹੈਗੀ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ, ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ, ਠੀਕ ਆ। ਜਦ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਈਡ 'ਤੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੇਖਦਾ ਹੈ, ਮੇਰੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਡੈਡੀ ਖੜਾ ਆ, ਇਹ ਵੱਡਾ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸ ਹੈ।
But thank you, Baji. Thank you. Been very true inspiration. Thank you. I'll let you carry on with your gym workout that I distracted you from. But thank you so much. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. So Baji, we've just been to the gym. Obviously, I had a great conversation with Baji about his children. Tell us a little bit about this area, where we are now, and what's actually happening here.
Okay, so this is a part of the sports club as well. We call it our art studio, and here we have various different functions. At the moment, you can see a newly started class. It's started by my short David here. It's mixed martial arts, and it's a promotion of all types of martial arts, from boxing to karate to floor work, and you can see various different age groups here. And this has been a very highly successful club. It's still in its infancy. It's only been going for a short time, and Mavid here started it off. And you know, this is the guy behind all this, and the enthusiasm behind Lions Gravesend MMA, which is in its infancy, but it's getting bigger and bigger week by week.
Baji, Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. I have heard about Lions MMA, so I do want to know more about this actually, more about yourself, how you got involved, but also a bit more about, as Baji just explained, if you could emphasise a bit more.
First, we kind of spoke to Raj from Huddersfield about Lions MMA and the whole project about trying to get the Sangha into more Sikhi and stuff like that, and how to influence, how to get more people involved, and how to get the spiritual side and fighting in crime together. And so we kind of did that, had our own sort of understanding of how we want to go about it. And we kind of pushed for it, we got the backing, and we kind of pushed along with it. So now what we've done, it's only been a year running, and it started progressing massively. The kids are really influenced by this, and we started seeing where there was this disconnection from Sikhi to this massive influence of it now, where they want to learn more of it. And now we're starting to get more and more people. Like today was a bit of a what's called off days. But we started to get like more people who wanted to understand why do you meditate and what is the point of fighting and spirituality. This comes from where we kind of just shod one half and just have this other half, where we forgot about meditation and fighting, just calmness and incline, where we forgot about the Naam and fighting. So most people forget about it's not about the size, but the Naam inside. That's the most important part. And we forgot about this massively. And what we try to do here, we try to influence this a lot. And we kind of realised that this massive spark, and what people are forgetting, was this spirituality connection. And people forgot to realise, and this is what made it a massive point, not from the fighting sense, but the spiritual sense, because I feel like people want to find this connection to some form of some way. And it's not just from up and downs, we're getting people from other backgrounds who want to jump Naam with us. And then we was like, yeah, this is what, I didn't realise how much of an upset within Gravesend and people, they keep coming and saying, we got this sensation from jumping Naam with you lot. What was that? What was this feeling? And they came back.
A little bit about that, because you know you talked about Naam. Do you mean like Simran, for example?
Yes.
So you know that's fantastic, yeah. Obviously, like for our viewers that are watching. Yeah. So yeah, Naam, Simran is so important. Yeah. And like you say, you wash your mind, you wash the inside, and then you know outside you're practically doing your fitness. Yeah. You were saying people have come from different backgrounds. Yeah. What have they? Could you just tell us a bit more about Ajay backgrounds, the backgrounds that have come? What have they said about
They were just like they took a lot. What we do have like a little discussion at the end of it, and we kind of told our influence of what spirituality, what understanding of God is to us, and what they was there's a massive what I found was need of pachar of they just took this back was what oh, you talk this oneness. You talk about God is in me, God is in you, God is around us everywhere. That's okay. Oh, that makes more sense than this there. Oh, you okay. Oh, so if I don't believe you, I'm not going to go to hell, sort of thing. And they're like, oh, I love that. And I thought it was kind of exclusive, sort of. They thought it was like an exclusive club. I didn't realise when we said no, because we did like a little chat, and we just after training we had like questions, and then they had their theories of death, what they think of it, reincarnation, and they go, that kind of makes more sense to us. That kind of that makes more sense of it. And then they kind of so what's your theory on fighting? Like some like this, and our ethos was like Mara says, it's not about the size, because we had women who fight, and when it's not about the size but the norm inside, and how much have you contemplated on that, the non-violent? And because we've got guys, girls who train and aspire girls, and we had a couple of times big guys that come, and they and we kept saying so because they were really shocked. You're really shocked. You see girls who actually do spar the older guys and they just do it, and that's when people really then see. We know it sounds all wishy-washy in reality. When they actually see a skinny girl sparring against big people and actually doing it, it's something different. Where you're just talking about it, they're actually seeing it, and when you put it into like the practical sense. To take it away, because it's all about the practical. It's not about believing, it's about knowing. It's about knowing, because Sikhs never say about believe anything, it's like do it. It's all about experience it, and then you know it, because it's not like, oh, I know, it's just because it's just know it.
And I think if you're doing it practically, you're not a hypocrite. You're actually doing it in practical, which is very important to see, because that's what other people see. So for our viewers that are watching, and maybe on the local area, they didn't know about this, obviously, until maybe today, what would you like to say to them to encourage them to come forward, get involved in any of the sports that they may enjoy, or even as a, like you were saying, a coach or a trainer?
I would massively say to get involved in any sports, especially boxing. Will's amazing. He's such a humble guy, lovely guy. Especially go to boxing, just try any forms of physical activity. Like Mara said, very important to try any forms of physical activity and try and defend yourself at least. That's the most important, I say, especially as well in this day and age. What I'm finding is many people are suffering from many forms of depression, and they're finding a closure of it's because they keep putting their standards with everyone else. Like, oh, they got that, I've got to compete to that, and even just for 5 minutes, just train. Just train, and you find what it does to the mind. Just completely, you just find that. What I find a lot of people as well, they try and hold into their breath by trying to control the air. And what happens by doing that? You die. By letting go on your breath, what happens? You get it back. So what they need to do is just let go. Just let go of those stuff and it will come. You don't need to chase the wind will always chase you, find you. So these things will come just when you just jump on. Just focus on the divinity and it will come to your way anyway.
Really like that. Do you know what? I actually support that and echo that. The jumping Nam, Jump Nam. You know what? I support that. Fantastic message. Thank you, Baji, and thank you for showing us this area of it. So thank you. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So Sangat, that was an amazing message. I 110% support that. Jada Naam Hega is so important. As the Andro Jada Hega, we want to clean that. And obviously on the outside, we should be practically doing it, which they are here. But to see that different backgrounds have come together to do that is amazing. So we'll be showing you back in the training room again to see what's happening there. We'll go back and speak to Will and bring you some more of maybe the new people that have come in on the training session today. So here we are back in the main training room where Will Baji is doing pad boxing with a young female. So as we were here before, you could see Sangaji, there wasn't many females that were here, there was only one. Now you can see about 4 or 5 of them that are here, and it's got a lot more busier. So it's amazing to see Sadejare Pena Hegia coming here to train. You know, we need more females to come forward. It's absolutely fantastic to see. So Benji boxing career. Let's go and have a few words with Benji to find out about her amazing skill set that she has here. As long as I don't get punched in the process. Benji, I'm glad that you stopped there. Do you know what? I feel so happy and just amazed to see Sade Benji here. Yeah. You know, doing sports, and amazing to see you boxing.
It's brilliant. You know what? It's not the club, it's the coach. Will, I've been coming here for 2 years now, and he's such a fantastic coach, and he pushes everyone to your own limits, and not only adults and children and all levels.
Tell me a little bit, because you've got your children here with you, right? Tell me how.
3 children.
3 children. Tell me, how did you get involved and hear about this and made you want to come with your children?
So it's through the Gurdwara and through running around the pitch and the kids playing football for Guru Nanak, and the girls, obviously, my girls do bungalow. We all get to interact with the community. And then we obviously met Will one day just outside running on the pitch, and then he just sort of said, come pro wrestling.
So Benji, how long have you been coming to this club?
I've been coming here for about 3 years. We come twice a week, so we do 2 hours on a Wednesday, which is mixed circuits for all mixed groups, and then Saturday is an intense class for 1 hour, and that's an adult class.
Obviously, from a female perspective,
Yes.
it's very good. My dad's always said from a young age, he got me to be in like doing karate and everything. I never continued it, and I wish I did, because when I go to the gym, I realise how much of a wimp I really am. Why is it so important for females to have self-defence, but to be coming to places like this?
Well, I think it's good for, in today's day and age, you can't be careful enough, you can't look after yourself enough. And with all that's going on, everyone needs self-defence. You need to learn how to defend yourself in public or in private.
What would you like to say to all the females that are watching for why they should get involved in their local club? If they're local here, what would you like to say to them?
Well, if you're local to Gravesend, please come and try GNG Boxing Club. And generally, it's really good. People don't give credit to how fit this exercise makes you. This sport is a really good sport to build your fitness levels, to build your stamina. But it also, a lot of people have back problems nowadays, like I do, and it helps to build your core strength, which women don't understand what core strength is or appreciate how important it is to your body for your back. So I've had an injury in the past, which this has helped me recover. So, because you can build on your core strength, and that's really difficult to do.
See, we're going at full speed, so very good. Sorry that I disturbed you, but I'll go and speak to your children now. They're just over there. Thank you. Vagaji Kakatsa.
They're all free at the moment.
Okay, I'll speak to them. Okay, Vagaji Kakatsa, Vagaji Kakatsa. Thanks, Benji. Thank you. So now, Sangaji, I'm going to speak to Benji's one of their daughters, who's here on my left-hand side, who's also punching the punch bag. Hopefully, I do not get punched out by the punching bag. You can see I'm keeping my distance from there because I'm worried I'm going to get knocked out. So you're going to come and speak to me. Come over and speak to me. Vagaji Kakatsa, Vagaji Kakatsa. Tell me your name and how old you are.
My name's Ranjali. I'm 11 years old.
And how long have you been at this club?
I've been here I used to do Bhangra, but I decided to do boxing. I've been here for about 7 times, I don't know. But I really enjoy it. It's a really fun thing to do, and it's really good exercise as well.
Tell me, why do you enjoy it? For the young children that are watching, what is it that made you choose boxing over anything else?
I guess knowing that you're really strong, you can protect yourself, and then you feel really safe, kind of.
Your sister here as well with you?
Yeah, my brother is here as well. My sister, my brother, my mum.
Got the whole family here near enough, basically coming to train, and you come regularly on a regular basis.
Yeah.
What would you like to say to the young children watching why they should get involved and also be able to defend themselves, and boxing's a good thing?
Yeah, I think you should join this sport because it's really good. It makes you feel really good about yourself, knowing that you've learned to be strong, and that I can't explain it, but it's really good exercise as well. And I think you should come boxing as well because, like I said, you might think, oh no, these people look really strong, but no, once you start learning, it really helps you. He makes you feel welcome. Everyone makes you feel welcome, and you have a really good time.
Vagaji Kakatsa, Vagaji Kakatsa. Baji, what's your name and where have you come from today?
My name's Palm, so I'm local from Gravesend here. Lived here all my life, so it's not a bad place.
Tell me a little bit about this place, because obviously first time we've come here to the actual boxing club, always go to the Gurdwara, and I actually never knew that this existed until the lovely Will got in touch and said, come down, have a look at the club, and it's amazing just to be invited here. Tell us a little bit about it from your perspective.
Well, I started coming here about 3 or 4 years ago. As you say, it's you can see just from the atmosphere, the young guys. It's a busy Wednesday, right? It's been a long week already, so a busy Wednesday. So I first came here. Will's got a good reputation amongst a lot of the amateur and professional boxers. So instantly I took a liking to Will. He's a nice guy. And he wants to do things the right way. He's amateur licensed, ABA licensed as well. And I just started here just to get a bit of local training. So I was based at a club in London as well, TKO boxing, and also GNG boxing. But it's got a real family feel to it, and as you can see, loads of different ages as well. So I think it's a great place, and it's definitely going places as well.
In terms of what you just said, that was my next question actually. What do you think the future holds for GNG boxing? And for all our Sangat that are watching that may want to jump on board now, get involved, come and maybe take part, what would you like to say to them?
Do you want me to address the camera? I could do that. look, you know, Gravesend's been on the map for a long time. As you know, we've got a big Punjabi community here as well. Amazing Gurdwara as well. You can just see, I mean, this is a Wednesday and the turnout is fantastic. You know, we've got a lot of guys here, all different ages. Will's a superb guy. As I said, he's licensed by the Amateur Boxing Association, which is really good. You know, he's a family man himself, and I think he's just trying to do things the right way. So if anybody is interested in boxing, there's a lot of good boxing gyms in Gravesend, but definitely Will's place is one of the best.
Thank you, Baji, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you
God
very
bless
much.
you. Bhai Guji Ka Khalsa, Bhai Guji Ki Fateh.
Thank
So
you.
Sangat ji, we're coming to an end now. Obviously, the GNG Boxing Club, one off that we've come here. We're going to speak to Will now, just to give him some feedback firstly, but also, you know, just to find out a little bit about what more the Sangat can do to get involved and what more they're going to be bringing for our Pyari Sangat. So Will, can I just say, you've had some fantastic feedback, honestly, to every single person that I've spoken to. No, honestly, they've all said, and let me just tell you some of the things that they said. So one of the ladies here was saying that her son had an injury. Apparently you've been really good with helping with him to train, but be careful of the injury. You've encouraged the females here to get involved, and I'm just thinking to myself, you know what, I should be a part of this actually, because there's me, my dad's always telling me, "Tino chahiye boxing karno, tino chahiye ye karno," and I'm just like, no. But you know what, you've had fantastic feedback. So can I just say, you run this place so professionally, and everybody just loves you. So what would you like to say on today's event, and what more would you like to say just generally about the club?
No, just one thing I thrive on is job satisfaction. When people give me good feedback, it makes me happy. And it's just about running this club. We've got, like you see yourself, as we see, so everyone's equal. So
tell me a little bit more in terms of the future plans. What have we got to look forward to in the future? And you know, if I could say as a final message, what would you say to those people watching about self-defense? Why you should be doing this, getting involved, because that's so important.
Right. So it's not just self-defense. Boxing is a sport at first and foremost. It's a sport that you participate in, and you should do it. It's not. You don't. Boxing ain't something that you learn to go out and.
No.
Yeah, it's a sport first, and the main thing is, like what we used to do originally when we first came in was a ladies only class, and that was really busy, because we've only got a short time span, and I've only hired this hall 3 times a week. And it was getting very busy, so I mixed it all up, and everyone's cool about that, which, yeah.
And I know I'm keeping you from that. We are going to wrap it up now, but just really quickly, where can our Sangat go for any more details if they want to find out any more information?
Right, this is the one thing I'm very, very behind times, and like advertisement. No, social media, I've done a Facebook, well, my daughter done a Facebook page for us a couple of years ago, but as for advertising in general, I don't really. It's all like I said to you earlier. It's word of mouth, and word of mouth. It's got quite busy. But Facebook, yeah, we've done a Facebook page, but now we're going to start doing some proper advertising, put some posters out somewhere. But yeah, it's it's getting there.
Okay. You've done a brilliant job.
Thank you
so much, and
No,
God bless
you. Thank you for coming down and advertising us. So yeah.
Well done. Well done.
No, yeah, right.
God bless you. Thank you, Will. Take care. So, Sangat, as you can see, it's a final wrap-up session for everyone that's arrived here. A lot of the people have actually gone, but we're just going to show you Gihonda towards the end. As Will was saying, you know, this is the bit that they do before they wrap up completely. So you can see they're just kind of not really, they're warmed up already, but kind of just getting out of the, you know, finishing up the final session. I hope this you enjoy Gitasega, and I hope you enjoy just seeing everyone wrapping up at the end of the training session at GNG Boxing Club. And if you are looking to get involved or you're interested, please go to the GNG Club on Facebook page, get in touch with Will, you know, or you can even contact Seek Channel on 0121 380 1050. I see the details be there. So I hope you enjoyed it, and for all, you know, for everyone out there, especially to the ladies, please do get involved. Boxing is a great activity to be a part of and to be learning and training. You can train others, get involved, and I hope you enjoyed the show. If ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਗਲਤੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਹੋਈਆਂ, please ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਫ ਕਰਿਓ, ਭੁੱਲ ਚੁੱਕ ਦੀ ਮਾਫੀ. God bless you. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ.